Think about the English word council and the English word assembly. They can conjure up images of a large chamber with marble walls and dozens or hundreds of seats. Divine council theorists need you to assume that the related Hebrew words necessarily refer to such formal settings. But we need to study the Holy Bible. Simon and Levi took their swords and came against the city and killed all the males. Simon and Levi are brothers. Their swords are weapons of violence. May I never enter their council. May I never join their assembly. The council and assembly of Simon and Levi were not a building with a huge chamber and hundreds of seats. Council was translated from the Hebrew word sod, Strong's 5475, and assembly was translated from the Hebrew word kahal, Strong's 5971. When you consider Simon and Levi and their council and assembly, consider the fact that Bonnie and Clyde basically had a council and an assembly. The Barrow Gang and its immoral values and works. The Barrow Gang's council and assembly were not a huge chamber with hundreds of council member seats. When you meditate on Bible verses that reference a council and or an assembly, think ancient Hebrew language vernacular, not modern-day English language connotations. Always remember that the English words in those Bible verses were translated from certain Hebrew words that God's people understood in a then contemporary sense. When you hear English translations of those Hebrew words, divine council theorists need your mind to be instantly guided onto a mental path that naively plays into their false doctrines. Thousands of years ago, God's people used the Hebrew words sod, kahal, and adah according to their understanding of those words. In circa 1800 BC, Job's friend Eliphaz was speaking in Job 15:8. That was nearly 400 years before Moses wrote the book of Genesis. God's people did not have scripture back then, but Eliphaz said something profound to this discussion. In Job 15:8, Eliphaz said, "Do you listen in on the counsel of God?" Unlike us, Eliphaz had not been exposed to false teachers spreading false doctrines about Scripture, supposedly referencing a divine council of divine gods. There was no Scripture back then, but there were God's people using words according to their understanding of those words. God's people used then contemporary vernacular, but now those words have been translated into English words, and those English words evoke modern-day understandings of those English words. False doctrine thrives on that. The meanings of the original Hebrew words get neglected, and the actual meaning of each Bible verse is not sought after because people naively settle for misinterpretations of those Bible verses.